Closing in on first pitch in Cleveland. It's the Yankees and the Indians. Next. Now from downtown Cleveland, MLB Network brings you baseball from Progressive Field. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Indians. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Number 67 gets the starting assignment for the Tribe in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
And we are officially underway from Cleveland as the first pitch misses for ball one. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Our temperature not quite 60 degrees, 59 here at game time this afternoon. Weekly hit to third. Ramirez gonna have to hurry. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Dero, what's your take on this team today?
Matty, the key in this one for this lineup is they got to stay staunch in the middle of the plate. They can't start swinging at everything or this guy will abuse them. He'll start flipping up the rosin bag. They have to sit over those 17 inches and hold to that.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are two down. So bases are empty here with two gone, and that'll bring up the exciting middle infielder Gleyber Torres. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Behind 0-2 now. Again, he sends it out of play. Another 0-2 coming. And he fouls this one off.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting. CC Sabathia, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Boy, CC Sabathia over the years has been a terrific pitcher. It's a different CC right now. No longer throws 97 to 100 miles an hour. Still in the low 90s. Good slider, good changeup. More than that, he is a terrific competitor.
Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Francisco.
Cut fastball, and he's got to lean out of the way of that one. Previous history with Sabathia, decent numbers. He's 6 for 15. A ball and a strike. Sabathia has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A little low. It's 2-2. Sent toward first. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Hey, you want to be the team on the attack, without question. In the bottom of the first, starting it off with a leadoff single gets everyone in your dugout going.
Stepping in now, number 35, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. Cut fastball above the letters, a ball and a strike. Lindor aboard here at first with nobody out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch inside. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he popped him up. LeMahieu ranging into shallow right. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. And with that, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the Indians. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole hitter. He's truly one of the great power hitters in the game. I love watching him, and he's got elite power. That's the kind of power that he can hit it over the light towers, and he can hit home runs that will show up on show track and everything else. So anytime he steps into the box, he's exciting to watch.
Batting fifth.
Coming to the plate now, Fran Morales. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. A ball and no strikes.
This is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He could put 3 runs on the board in a hurry. So expect them to try to get him to chase something out of the zone if they can.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. And next for New York, Gary Sanchez. He'll lead it off here to begin the second. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front. A ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. He'll try again. 1-2. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Perez finds it. He'll throw down to first. 1 away.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana. Originally came up from the minors as a catcher. Also has dabbled at DH. But don't get it twisted. This guy can handle first base as well with soft hands and big-time power at the plate.
First offering on its way. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Voit brings a ton of pop to the plate with him, particularly against right-handed pitching. Some guys don't drive the ball as well when facing a pitcher who throws from the same side that they swing the bat, but that's certainly not the case here.
Yeah, this guy just absolutely hammers right-handed pitching. You know, some guys like the ball in, coming towards them, and that's exactly what the righty-on-righty matchup presents itself. A 2-seamer in, a 4-seamer that leaks out over the plate, a hanging breaking ball. This guy seems to absolutely hammer those.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Batting fifth.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. No balls and 1 strike. No score here as we play inning number 2. Strike 2 as the fastball is let go. And he got another one here. He strikes out the side. He set. In now is Yasiel Puig. He'll stand in now against CC Sabathia to get the inning started. And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Left side. In the dirt, and oh, he can't quite dig it out. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Here comes the first pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Previous history with Sabathia, just a 2 for 14 line, so advantage pitcher here. He also has 1 home run. Fraser will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 1.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today.
The catcher.
And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate. Runners off for second. Strike taken to throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throwdown that results in a third out on the bases. 2 complete, scoreless here on MLB Network. Here's Didi Gregorius. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Lindor is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. So 1 gone in the inning now, and that'll bring in Brett Gardner. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
0-2 in the dirt. Listen, this team's a very free swinging team, so he's just going to go ahead and try to keep bouncing. If they're going to swing at him, he's going to keep throwing him.
2-2 the count. Here now the 2-2. He's at the knees and called strike 3. Now at the plate, Clint Fraser. And then it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business.
And the second baseman is there to make the play. And here comes the first pitch.
Leading off for the Indians.
Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike. Allen, a switch hitter that stands in at an even 6 feet tall. He was taken in the 6th round during the 2014 draft.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
Francisco Lindor.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Gardner on the move. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Now batting, number 35.
Lifted down the line in left. Fraser giving chase. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. So they breeze through this half of the inning. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 0-0. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball well outside.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
Popped him up. Santana over to his left. 1 out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Good off-speed pitch. Had him out in front for strike 1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the exciting middle infielder Gleyber Torres. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one. In now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Hit on the ground to third. Urshela has it. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Carlos Santana. He flew out in his last at-bat. Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already, so he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
First delivery to him on the way. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. 2 out, nobody on. Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there.
Yeah, sometimes when you get 2 quick outs in an inning as a pitcher, you sort of lose focus and let up a bit. Let's see if he can get it back.
Line towards center field. Gardner is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Welcome back to Progressive Field in Cleveland as we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Thank you, Heidi. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Gone to lead off the inning. It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
In now, Luke Voigt. As he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Line hard toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball at the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
Here's the 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
You know, we haven't seen that pitch from him in a while, but it looks like he's got pretty good feel for it. If he's going to pick and choose when he's going to use it, he could steal some strikes that way.
In the air out toward right field. Puig makes the catch, and now they might be able to double them off at first. On to first, the double play. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And here's the left-handed hitting shortstop, Didi Gregorius now. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Gregorius, also known as Sir Didi around the game and in the Netherlands. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. He pulls this one into right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So with that, the top of the fifth is still alive.
Yeah, and I'm not sure I agree with it either. Most pitchers, like when they're in a groove, they just want to get back on the bump and compete. Sometimes visits like these are just like a formality.
Here's Brett Gardner now. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
From the stretch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And oh, he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. Oh, and look out as they brush him back here. It's ball 1.
Now, there's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
And that misses 2-2.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Now batting.
You always want to see the curve break a lot, but this one breaks a little bit too much, comes all the way across the plate and nicks the batter.
Standing in now, Clint Fraser. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And this one is gone. A home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here as the Yankees start to pull away a bit. It's now 4-0.
On the mound, he might have let up a little bit knowing the fact he was facing the 9-hitter, but you just can't do that. Goes to show there are no weaknesses in any of these lineups.
The batter, the second baseman.
Into the box, DJ LeMahieu. Line to the right side. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Wow, his manager must have a lot of faith in him, and I'm not sure why. He's given up 5 hits in this inning alone, and it doesn't look like it's going to come to an end anytime soon.
Here comes the Indians manager to make that slow trip to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be off for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Nick Goody takes over here with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
For the Indians, number 44, Nick Goody.
Aaron Judge will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. Here comes the first pitch. Ball 1. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Outside, 2-1.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get it.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. All rise, Aaron Judge. A two-run shot. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. Well, that was this lineup's third homer of the game.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Roll, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. 6 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. Trouble averted here as this is tapped out in front of the mound. Throw is not going to be in time to get him, and somehow he's going to wind up with an infield single.
Now and that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle, and you know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Goody, a right-hander standing just under 6 foot at 5'11". He was taken in the 6th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy, drafted in the middle round.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. But they get the long ball working here as they club 3 home runs in the inning on their way to putting up a 6th spot. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Yankees lead this one 6-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And he told me that they have to find a way to be more patient at the plate. He said that although he's not against swinging at the first pitch, today they're doing so way too often and at well-executed pitches. As a result, 6 of their at-bats have resulted in outs on just the first pitch.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate. And that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball arrives. And he drills it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
The 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Puig stands at second with no outs. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Hit down the third baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2, and this will be fouled away. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up, and Sabathia misses here. It runs full now, 3-2. This is on the ground over to first. Boyd scoops it up, and he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third.
Now batting, catcher, Roberto.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't.
They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's a 6-1 game.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8 and 9 ball hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
A ball and a strike. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Good job by the catcher to keep the ball from getting too far away and allowing that base runner to get into scoring position. That keeps the double play in order, which they need, seeing as they've already given up 1 run in this inning.
Full count now. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Back to the top of the order now. That'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor. Sabathia pauses. Here's the 0-1. Here's a bouncing ball headed to LeMahieu at second. Throw on to Voit takes care of him, and the inning is over. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Cleveland. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Yankees are out in front, 6-1. At the plate, Luke Voit. They'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. Now the pitch. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. One and one.
Yep, 1-1.
Two balls and a strike to the Yankees' first baseman. The 2-1 home. Line drive base hit.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They're not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
A bouncer to the left side. Kipnis on to first, and they get them both.
Now batting, designated hitter, Didi.
So base is empty now after the double play, and striding forward the designated hitter, Didi Gregorius. He's ready. Here's the first offering, and he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field, and it's gone as they add still another. So it's a solo shot to dead center as it's now a 6-run ball game.
The center fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
In now, Brett Gardner, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. In there, 1 and 2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2 and 2. Hard hit ball to second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Yanks able to add on 1 more via the solo home run. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's the Yankees 7 and the Indians 1. At the plate, number 35, and through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game, but this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Fraser moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning. Cold strike at the letters, 0-1.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, man, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Down the third baseline. Here's Sabathia on 1-2. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. One out, nobody on. A swing and a ground ball to third. Urshela fields it cleanly. Throw on to first is in time, and Sabathia's got himself 2 quick outs.
Now batting.
So now Carlos Santana. No hits to this point.
Santana.
Popped up. Voigt is calling for it, and the inning is over. Indians go down 1-2-3. They're down 7-1. Tyler Clippard comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Tyler.
Digging in and looking for more, Clint Fraser. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Puig's got a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting. Second base.
Digging in, DJ LeMahieu. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. Uh-oh, he missed it. Almost a terrific play as we get another look here. He reaches for this one, but can't quite get there as this winds up a base hit.
Judge.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Allen has it in his tracks. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Torres.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hot shot on the ground to short. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. And there's out number 1. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Yasiel Puig, 1-for-2 in the ball game thus far. A ball and no strikes. Hit on the ground out to short. Torres picks it up. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 22.
In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. He was a ground out victim last time up. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well. And what are the key numbers to look at? First pitch strikes.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Down in order go the Tribe. They're down 7-1. Now to the plate, Gary Sanchez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Gary Sanchez.
Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out.
The first baseman, Luke.
Now batting, Luke Voigt. He singled his last time up. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Grounded down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. Number 90 will come on now and pinch run here.
First for the Yankees. Number 90.
Standing in now, Gio Urshela as he lifts it in the air to right field. Puig's got a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Didi Gregorius. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Edwin Encarnacion will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike. Encarnacion, a former Indians employee himself. He was acquired via trade last year.
Yeah, guys, I always think it's interesting to play your old uniform. Maybe say hi to everybody you got accustomed to seeing when you were previously here. But then once the game starts, it's all business.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. 2 out with the man at first. Another 1-2 delivery, and a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is. Number 90 will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
A defensive change for the Yankees.
Riding in once again, Roberto Perez. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now the first pitch from CC. Grounded foul. Sabathia ready with the 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
The 1-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Fraser on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The left fielder, number 1.
Digging in the switch hitter, Greg Allen. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Cut fastball inside, ball 1.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
Not holding back on the 2-0 cutter, but it's 2-1 now.
I know he's well aware of the fact he can't tie this with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's trying to ignite the boys by driving something out of the ballpark.
Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Francisco Lindor. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
And it's fouled away. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. Indian shortstop behind 1-2 in the count.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. They're down 7-1. Digging in now, Brett Gardner. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Brett Gardner.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a check swing here, appealed down to third, but James Kingsley says he held up. Ball 1. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. Digging in now for the Yankees, Clint Fraser. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Went after the high one there. A swing and a miss. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Hit hard to third. And just past his outstretched glove into left. A base hit.
Well, there's a case, not that bad of a pitch, 0-2, D-roll, but something he'd like to get down and bury in the strike zone, no doubt about it.
Yeah, ground ball with eyes right there. Nice job by the offensive player, just to battle. 0-2's a tough spot to be in. He battled.
Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. In the dirt, and now let's see. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Line toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. Stepping into the box, Aaron Judge. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1.
Got to believe the manager didn't have this in mind when he went to the bullpen. This reliever's got to step up right here. It's starting to tickle a little bit.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. Into the box, Torres.
Labor.
And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there, and it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
Misses, ball 2. And this is in a bit tight, maybe above the letters as well, so it's a full count now, 3-2. Lifted in the air to right field. Puig's got a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning. Ready now, Gary Sanchez. He sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
And it's 0-2 to Sanchez.
Well, we know what this guy's approach is. He's looking to go absolutely deep right here. I don't see him getting anything over the heart of the plate.
Fouled off. 3 runs already home here. Popped him up. Ramirez over to his right. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. but they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up for the Tribe. It's the Yankees 10 and the Indians 1. Into the box now, number 35, starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
The third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
And that's in there for strike 1. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Judge is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting.
Indians down to their final out now. And that'll bring in one of the best on-base percentage players in the game, Carlos Santana. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And this will kick off the base of the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Here's the 4th hit of the game, and it's a good one. Puts a good swing on this thing, and it goes for a double. We'll see if they can build on it here.
And that misses inside 1-0. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. This is line to left, but he will make the catch on the hard hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts, but listen, he was good from the 1st inning through the 9th. Well-deserved complete game victory.
10-1, the final lopsided score in this ball game. New York used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. CC Sabathia gets the W on the mound. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees, 10 runs on 14 hits. 1 error. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 27 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.